The Javits Center is right behind me. You may remember that it was turned into a field hospital in the spring during the height of the pandemic. Well, now we are looking at the Javits Center once again, this time as a mass vaccination site. The goal is to get as many New Yorkers as possible that much needed shot in the arm. When it comes to the slow rollout of the coronavirus vaccine, there is a blame game going on between Governor Cuomo and Mayor de Blasio.
For the hospitals that now have the vaccine, I need them to get that vaccine in people's arms. And if they don't do that, they can get fined.
What they don't need is to be shamed. What they don't need is more bureaucracy. What they don't need is the threat of fines.
But what the two can seem to agree on is we need more vaccination sites. The governor announcing the Javits Center as well as SUNY and CUNY campuses will be used. And the mayor says the city will open Bathgate Industrial Park in the Bronx, the Brooklyn Army Terminal Annex, La Marquetta in East Harlem, and yet to be named sites in Queens and for the first time in Staten Island. Right now, the sites are open to frontline healthcare staffers only. And today, city officials announcing 30% of medical workers have so far refused the vaccine. Cuomo says it will be concerning if that number goes higher.
If a hospital says only half of their employees will take the vaccine, we have a problem. Critical mass on this vaccine is 70 to 90%.
Cuomo says legally the state cannot mandate people to get vaccinated because the vaccines are approved under emergency authorization. Now, the next group up, those over age 75 and essential workers such as police and transit workers. The governor is asking the unions to step in and organize their own vaccination programs, especially if they have the medical personnel to do so.
New York City Police Department, they could go to the New York City public hospitals for a vaccine, which would then overload the New York City hospitals, or they could do their own vaccines.
And the governor estimates that we are still at least 4 weeks away from that next phase, which would include those essential workers and people over the age of 75. But what's troubling is that right now there's still a lot of questions. For instance, for that group, where exactly would they go, when would they go, and even what ID they would need to show. What we did learn today from the governor is that there will be no charge or copay for the shot. We're live on the West Side tonight. I'm Shirley Chan, Pix 11 News.